the amount of time that I have spent trying to get the angle of these shelves correct for this video is just a little... Oh my gosh, hi. It's time for my first TBR video. It is July and I have come up with a TBR game for myself. Finally, I didn't want to start filming TBRs until I came up with a game because my TBRs have been so small that everything has just been mood reading. So we have a new game. Basically, I'm going to every month use a tarot deck, different ones every month more than likely because I own way too many. And each card within the deck corresponds to a prompt. It's very tarot-a-thon inspired, but none of the prompts are the same to my knowledge. I did check, I don't think any of them match up perfectly. So what I am going to do is I will shuffle through my tarot deck. You will watch me as I do that. I will pull 5 cards. Each of those cards will have a prompt that will help me choose my TBR. I do have 5 books that I need to try to squeeze onto this TBR in some way. 4 of them for Summerween, and then one of them is actually because of just like, I just need to read it. I can't believe I almost forgot to mention this. These prompts range for a variety of different types of prompts they could be. Some of them are in regard to the physical book, so the number of pages, things that are on the cover, the title of the book, just things that are physically visible on the book. Some of them are in regard to the setting, so like pick a fantasy book, pick a horror book, whatever that may be. Some of them are in regard to the contents of the book, so it could be information about the setting, information about like the actual like plot or themes or things like that. It could be related back to the author, so whether or not I've read them before. It could be related back to if I've started a series, if I need to finish a series, if I need to continue a series. There's a variety of opportunities here. What I didn't even mention is if I don't get through this TBR in July, and then I come to you in August and I tell you I didn't get through this TBR, I'm going to have to pull an additional tarot card. So, wish me luck! If you are interested in knowing what tarot deck I'm using for this month, I'm using the Taylor Swift tarot deck, specifically like the Eras tarot deck. If I can find an active link for this, I will link it down below, but I did purchase it off Instagram, so I don't know that it's available anymore, but this is what it looks like. It's in a cute little tin. So if you're curious, something really cute about that tarot deck actually is every card has a lyric, and those particular lyrics, whatever era it relates back to, is the color of the card. So that's pretty cute. So without any further ado, let's see what my first tarot pick is. So for the 5 of Pentacles, the prompt is a winter setting. So I need a book with a winter setting. So I need to do a little bit of reading of the back of these books to figure this out because I don't know that any... Oh, actually, am I completely wrong about this one? Okay, this doesn't say anything about it being winter, but it looks like a very wintry cover in my opinion, and that's Thorn Hedge by T. Kingfisher. Can I angle this so that the light doesn't bother you on either my glasses or the book? We're gonna find out. All I know about this is it's fairy tale inspired, it's super, super tiny, and I needed to read this for Winterween. I needed to read this for Summerween anyway, so this is my pick for the 5 of Pentacles. This next prompt, the 7 of Cups, is to pick a fae-related fantasy, which I don't have that on this TBR. So I need to go pick one. Let me comb through this for a minute and then I'll be back. Oh, I am so excited for this book. You might notice that I took it off this top shelf because everything's slanted now. The Wicked King by Holly Black. The Cruel Prince is one of my only 5-star reads of this entire year so far, and I've been looking for a reason to get to the second book, so now I have it. And I'm so very excited. So, here's our second pick. The 3 of Swords, the prompt is supernatural creatures. So this could technically be fae, but what I'm specifically meaning is things like ghosts, and witches and warlocks and vampires, all of those beautiful supernatural creatures. So I'm gonna go with one of the books that is on my Summerween TBR, and that is A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch by Sarah Hawley. This is, again, a second book in a series that I've been wanting to continue. What's the first book called? Witch's Guide to Saving a Demon, something like that. It's yellow. I'll throw a picture over this book for just a quick second. That book was like a 4.75, so I've been looking for a reason to continue on, so here's our pick. For the Five of Cups, that is a second chance romance, and I need to do a little bit of digging through my romance books. So, alright, so I don't know that this book is officially second chance romance, because based on the blurb, it seems like these characters were friends, that got ruined, and they're trying again, and then it turns into a romance, but I'm going to count it. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I have an interesting relationship with Emily Henry. I DNF'd, what was it called? Why can I not think of the name of it? Is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Book Lovers, that's what it's called. I DNF'd Book Lovers, and I relatively enjoyed Happy Place. I gave that like 3.5 stars. So maybe this will help me figure out if I like Emily Henry. So let's go with it. Our final official prompt is the Four of Pentacles, which is a library book. So let me run through my Libby app, figure that out. Okay, so I did actually go and check my Libby holds to see if I had any particular books that I already had on hold that are set to come in this month. And In Watermelon Sugar, I can't remember the author's name, is supposed to come in the next couple of days. So this is going to be my library pick officially, although I do also have A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch and Thornhedge as audiobooks that are supposed to be coming in as well. But since I'm not trying to double up on anything, I'm going to use In Watermelon Sugar. It's super short. It is apparently related back to the Harry Styles song. And the book like came first and then like inspired the song somewhat. So apparently it's very strange. So that's going to be my final official pick. Let's talk about the books that I didn't get to get onto this TBR with the prompts that still have to go onto it. So the last Summerween book that I need to get onto this TBR is Sign Here by Claudia Lux. I don't recall which Summerween prompts that this fulfills, but I know it's 2 of them, so I need to read this. I don't recall much of what it's about besides a demon needing to get certain people to make some deals. So I also need to read Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This, if you're aware, it's got a little book of the month stamp on it. I believe it's from like 2018, I think. August of 2019. So it's been on my shelf for too long. So this just needs to get read at this point. It's been sitting on my shelf for way too long, and it's relatively short, and I have, I think, the 3rd book in the series on the shelf behind me, but I don't know for sure. It might be the 2nd book. I think it's the 3rd though. So this needs to get read. As for a couple of the books that I'm already in the middle of that I would like to finish, Hot Shot by Claire Lydon, which is a sapphic soccer romance. Another romance is What is Love by Jen Comfort, which is a sort of like rivals to lovers romance involving Jeopardy contestants, but not actually Jeopardy, but like it's Jeopardy. But those are all of the books that I need to read by the end of July. So if I come back in a month and I haven't read them, we're gonna have to do 6 tarot card pulls, and we'll have a different deck, so you'll get to see that. Other than that, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!